Assalamu alaikum. Hello student. This is Ahkam Ansari and today we will talk about some attributes of input tag. Student, in previous 2 to 3 lecture we are learning input restriction. These are attribute of input tag but with certain restriction. That's why it's called input restriction. If I tell you what is a restriction, restriction means something which the user cannot go beyond that particular limit, or we have to guide the user which type of value you have to enter in that particular field or input or form. So these are certain guideline or certain set of rules and regulation which user has to follow while he is filling that form or any form. So we will we will write some code, we will write some restriction, so user cannot enter any value, because user can be any person. He is not, it's not compulsory he is the technological person, he know each and everything regarding your form and what is the input field and how you have designed this form or software application. He is a general person and he is a common sense of humor, how to write a code, how to write a or how to fill a form. So he will not understand what is the restriction. So these thing we have to give backside of the stage or backside of our coding. Okay, so this restriction we will give, so user cannot enter wrong information and user cannot be in trouble while filling his form. So we will start. In previous lecture we have seen some restriction attribute. In today's lecture inshallah we will see some more attributes which come under the category of restriction attribute. So let's start. I just want to show you. Yes, in previous lecture we have seen max length. I think you get some idea about maximum length, number of the character user can enter. Okay, then we have seen min length, the minimum number of character user have to enter. After that we have to see, actually in previous lecture we have not take this topic, this read only attribute, but in today's lecture we will see what is read only attribute in input taxation, what is the use, what is the functionality of that restriction. After that, in today's lecture we will focus on required. Okay, read only we will see, then we will say required, what is the use of required attribute, then we will see placeholder, what is a placeholder. These are nothing but some input taxation which the software engineer or the person who is writing code, right now I am writing for you, and inshallah in future you will writing for different types of people, for your company, for your organization. Okay, so the person can fill their form in a very good manner. Okay, so we'll add this restriction, this attribute to our input box. So to add this restriction we have to write code, and you know how to write our code programming, that's inside our application program, that is a notepad. So student, just we have to start our notepad application. Just I will go on desktop and I will search my application, that is a notepad. Okay, so you will get notepad and we have to start our today's topic. So first we will create simple basic HTML tag, then we will add some form tag, then we will add some input tags. After adding some input tag, then we will apply this restriction. Okay, yeah, this is our notepad application. I will start coding. I will just write node doc type HTML, then opening HTML code. I think you have to remember, you have to recollect what I'm doing, because this is program number 20 I think. So you have to know what I'm writing, why I am writing, what is the reason. But still, if you won't remember, I will tell you these are the some basic element of HTML5 or HTML, but we are using HTML5. So I have to write these line of code. These are the building block, these are the basic. Without these tag we cannot create HTML page. Okay, so the first line indicates, every time I told you, again I am telling you, this line indicates that your HTML is using version 5, that is the latest version. Okay, after these 6 days, 3 opening and 3 closing, these are the basic HTML tag. Then we will write all other code inside the body tag, because the content of the body tag will display on your browser. So first we have to create a form. So I will take a heading, that is a h2. Okay, inside that I will write input restriction. Okay, so this is my heading. And last lecture and every time I told you that just write this line of code and click on file, click on save, because as early as possible you have to save your file, because you are working on an electronic device, and you know you are living in the Manchester city of India, so there is a no guarantee of power supply. Anytime this can be disconnected or any problem can be happen. So not only in your city, anywhere it can be happen. So make sure when you are writing code, the first thing you have to do, save the file. Okay, so assign something. For example, again you are writing input or you are writing restrictions, so I will write rest dot html. Okay, where I am showing this PC desktop I am saving this file, click on save. Again I will minimize the code and I will back to my browser or my desktop, so I can see the file is actually saved or not, created or not. See, this is my file which I have just created, that is a rest.html. Okay, now you got some output. Again I want to increase the size, let me zoom it. Okay, now it's okay, let me little. Okay, so the file is created, input section is coming out, because I have added one tag, that is a h2 tag. I just want to change the background color. I think you get bored seeing black and white. I just want to add one more attribute, that's a bg color equal to, I will assign my favorite, not my favorite, bg color equals to green. Yeah. Okay, so click on save, flip back to your browser, refresh the page. Now it's little good restriction. Okay, now I'll back to your coding. First we have to add a form, so I will use form tag. Then I will assign name attribute, then some value, that is a f1. Then one action, means the destination of your page where your data will submit, action equal to, for example, kms.php. Okay, then method, which method you are going to follow to send that information. Method we have two type, one is get and one is post, so I will write get. Okay, these are some prerequisite to write form or input tag. So I will close form. Inside this opening flow, closing form tag, that is opening. Okay, and that is closing. Between this opening and closing I will add other elements of form tag, that is a input element or input tag. So for example, we have to learn, in today's topic we have to learn some attributes, that is a read only, required and placeholder. So I will add 3 text boxes to show all these things. Okay, for example, required, for example, name, first name. Okay, first name, I will add one, input type equal to text, then name equals to P1 or FN, that is the first name. Okay, then I will add one BR, one more BR. It sound good. Okay, after that I will add one button to submit the form. So I will write input type equals to submit, and I will assign some name equal to n1, then value. You know what is the use of value? Every time I told you value inside the submit input type equal to submit, it work as a label, means it will display some text to your button. Value equal to, if you write send, it will send. Again I have added just two line of code, that is a first name. We have seen in number of time. I have just added input type equal to text, name equal to f1 fn. You can assign any name. Then I have added input type equal to submit, so it will display one text box and one button. Save the file and flip back to your browser. Okay, refresh the page. Okay, now we have added first name. Inside that you can insert any value. Okay, but if you want insert any value, right now it's a blank. When you click on send, it will, when you click on send, it has to send on somewhere. Okay, form name equal to f1, action equal to kms dot method equal to, then form, close the file. Input type equal to submit, name value equal to send. Okay, everything is okay. So what's the problem? I just want to save the file. Flip back to my browser and click on set. Yes, now it's working. So it's coming on kms.php. Okay, see on top, see on the URL kms.php, because I have written kms.php, where I have written inside the action attribute, I have written kms.php. But now it's time to pay attention. If you are busy or if you are mentally present up to, but please get up and see what I am going to do. Okay, we have to add read only, or we have to add required, whatever you want. I will just sequentially read only. I will show you what is read only. So I will back. If, see the output, just come back. Right now I have just entered input type equal text. I have assigned some name. See the coding. I have written this line of code. This is the simplest text box. Input type equal text, name equal to fn. Okay, means you can insert any value. See the output, means for example my name is Ansari Akam, so I can insert. When you click on send button, your value will be sent at C. Fn equal to Ansari Akam is showing. Now if you add read only to your input feed, means you are going to restrict the user. Read only means you can't edit, you can't add, you can't change, you can't delete. No function you can perform on that particular input field where you have written read only. Now I am going to add read only to this text box. Okay, right now I can insert some value, because yet I am not given any attribute called read only. I can insert. When you click on send, it is working, the value is sending. you can change that value. But if you use restriction attribute, that is a read only, again I am saying there is a no space, only you have to write the word read only. Okay, and save the file. Now flip back to your browser, refresh the page. See, now you can't enter. See, I am unable to type because it's a read only. Okay, I just want to show on screen keyboard so you will get clear picture of what is going on browser. See, this is my keyboard, this is my textbook. Even my cursor is not blinking in that textbook because it won't allow to enter. So when I select that textbook, when you click any button, see I am clicking a number of button. Okay, so read only text box restrict the user to insert any value. Okay, or to edit any value. For example, if you assign some value, I'm going to assign some value directly inside that text box. For example, value equals to account. I have given some value. I have added one more attribute, that is a value. Okay, value equal to account I have given, and still it's a read only. So it will display the content. Okay, just refresh the page. Okay, but you can't, again you can't change, you cannot add something, you cannot delete this text, nothing you can't do. Again let me show you on screen. See, my text is listed but I am unable to change, edit, or if I click delete, nothing. If I click back, nothing is happen. Okay, so I think you get the clear idea what is read only attribute of input restriction, or how read only restrict the user to enter any type of value. Means user cannot change, you cannot enter, user cannot update, he can't change anything. Okay, after that we will see some more attribute, that is required, and we will see placeholder. So first we will see required. As the meaning of required means it's a compulsory. Okay, it's a compulsory. This maybe happened with you that if you are going to fill any form, for example you are going to apply for the passport. In passport, when you are going to apply for the passport, you have to fill a form, that is the registration form. In that form you might be land up with a number of the issues. Means when you fill the form, you will get some message, this field cannot be empty, this field cannot be blank, this is compulsory field. Okay, so these messages are coming because you have forget to fill that particular field. Okay, you haven't entered any value in that particular field. Okay, for example, if there is a field called contact number, but you miss that while you are filling the form, you miss that particular field and you are going to submit that form, but when you click on submit, it will give some error message. Means you have to fill that form, it's a required, it's a compulsory. So field cannot be blank, user cannot skip that particular text box, user have to enter that particular value in that particular field. So required attribute is used. So required attribute is used to restrict the user to skip the that particular field. Let me show you how it's work in technically. So I just go back to my file, and again I am going to add one more value. For example, I am going to add, copy this content, and again I am going to paste. Then instead of first number, I am going to write contact. contact, and instead of text I am going to take number. As you know, number, it will accept only number. Okay, so instead of read only, okay, again I'm going to remove values. So now it's become, so change contact number, I'm going to assign name as a con. I'm going to write attribute that is a required, so I have to write required. Okay, just this word we have to write required, like we have added read only. In the same way we have to write required. Both the attribute required and read only are the restriction attribute. So if you write required, so let me tell you before required what will happen, then you will get what is the use of required. For example, right now it's a simple text box in which user has to enter contact number. Okay, input type equal to number, name equal to con, then br. This one is okay, read only, and in this user can enter any number. So I just want to save the file and flip back to my browser, refresh the page. So this is coming from the second text box. There is input type equal to number. That's why this scroll bar is coming. Okay, inside that user can insert any number. But if user did not enter any number, means the contact number field is blank. Okay, when you click users on send, okay, so the page is submitted, the data has been sent, but in contact number there is no data, means that field was empty, but still user can send submit the form. Logically it's not correct. Okay, logically it's not, because the contact number is an important information, so user has to pass some information in that field. So in that case I will just assign one more attribute, that is a required. Okay, I just need to write required attribute in that particular text box where I have to accept contact number. Okay, I just want to save the file, and I'm just going to my browser, just back and refresh. Okay, now this is a input type equal to text where I am using disabled attribute, that is read only. Then I'm using input type equal to, see the message, please fill out this field, please fill out this field, means in that field I have added one attribute, one restriction attribute, that is a required. That's why it's showing some message, please fill out this field, means if you won't fill this particular field, you will be never submit your form. Okay, let me show you. When you click on send button, please fill out this field. Okay, because till now it's a empty, so enter some number. I will take this number, it's my number. Okay, now when you click on send button, the value has been sent to your destination file, that is a kms.php. Okay, and my contact number, and the name is coming f9, that is a account, that's a fixed value I have given inside the read only, and I'm using required. So if you want write any value in that particular field, it will allow. If you remove this required, suppose I am going to remove, and again I am going to save that file. When I flip back to my browser, refresh the page. Okay, refresh the page. Now if you, now this, the message which was coming earlier is disappear, because right now I don't have any restriction or any restriction attribute. When I click on send button, Let's say easily move to my destination page. So I think you understand what is the use of read only and what is the use of required. Okay, for example, I just want to add one more field. Okay, instead of read only to name, I just going to assign to this particular attribute. Okay, instead of contact number, I am going to write college. So the college name is constant for all the student. So inside read only, I am going to just add value attribute, value equal to KMS. Okay, and again it's a read only, means the user cannot, because why I have given read only to the college name, because only the student which belongs to KMS Junior College can fill that form, and they no need to enter any value in that particular field. That's why I have given value KMS, and I have restricted user to not change anything, or he is unable to change anything. If you wish to change, he is not allowed. Okay, and we will save the file. We have removed from this. I will remove this value 2. Okay, just save file, and I will want to show the output. Now how it's working. In first name, initially it was read only, so now I can write Ansari Ahkam. After that, college name, because I have not entered any, I have to write in college name, I have to write input type equal to text. Okay, save it, flip back to your browser, refresh. Sorry, instead of refresh, I see now the KMS is coming. Okay, KMS, you can't change this value because it's a read only. In contact number, if you want click enter the value, when you click on send, it will display message, please fill out this field. So you have to fill certain contact number, means all the conditions are satisfied. Means in second first text box is a general text box in which I am using input type equal to text. I just want to show the coding here. Okay, see. Okay, it's my bg color green. I have given green input, then it's my form. From here to here, this is my form. This is my first text box where the first name. Okay, input type equal to text and name. This is my simple text box where I can enter any value. So in that field you can enter any value. You want to write Khan Akam, you can write. So you can enter because it's a normal HTML page. Sorry, normal input box. In second, there is a contact number. So inside that I have taken input type equal to number, name equal to, and this is the important. I have used required attribute. That's a restriction attribute. So the required attribute, it's a used to give some rules to the user, means you can't skip, you cannot enter any, you have to enter some value to that particular text box. So it's a required, it's a compulsory. Okay, so this shows this field is compulsory, you have to write. So if you won't write, it will won't allow to go further. After that, the third one is a read only, means it will show some value. Which value it will show? It will show KMS. and it's on read only means you can't change that particular value. Okay, this value you can't change, this is a compulsory. If you want to write anything, it will display some message. Okay, see the message, please fill out. If you want to see in larger size, click on send, please fill out this field. But if you fill the value means if you have enter the value, right, it's not showing any message. So when you click on send, the value will be sent it to that particular page where we have written action attribute. So inside action I have written kms.php. Okay student, so again we have completed only two attribute, that is a required and read only, but both the attribute are very interesting and very important. Okay, not only because of your exam point of view, but also because if you are chosen the IT stream in the science, so I think you might be clear about what you are going to do in future. So there is a 50% chance or whatever percentage you have in your mind means you are about to choose IT line, IT field. Okay, so it's a basic thing which you have to do in any organization. If you are going to create any form, this is the something which you have to do at the all level of your software engineering or your career. So these are the some important thing which I have cleared you. If you have any doubt, any query regarding this thing, you can comment, or you can, right now I think the comments are closed or are turned off. I think the comments are turned off. I'm not confirm about this, but I think the comments are turned off. So watch the video, and if you find anything which you not clear, which you have any doubt regarding that particular line, that particular word, or anything which you not understand, please make a note and write down all your queries. Inshallah, once the college will open, I will solve your queries. Okay, for the time being, now I want to stop this video. Inshallah, I will be coming with some new attributes, some new thing. Thank you very much.